Stay on. Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Back to me.
YouTube, what's going on? Shout out to my Facebook viewership as well. Shout out to our listenership, if you're fans of the podcast. Now, we back to doing what we do best. Boots on the ground, cranking out good theory videos, good rant review videos. Endgame has dropped. With that being said, it's officially time for summer. Let's get started. So, if you haven't seen Endgame, careful for spoilers. I don't know why you're watching this video. Everybody did their thing. Shout out to the Russo brothers. Shout out to Disney for backing them. Shout out to Kevin Feige for making this vision come, to fruition. 22 movies later, and they did the thing. So, if you were confused, first off, they did DBZ time travel rules. Basically, whatever they change in the past only changes that reality's future. Like, I know that shit sounds hella confusing, but that's definitely what went down. A lot of people are going to come out this movie saying that this movie wasn't better than Infinity War. I might be inclined to agree with you, but this movie was definitely a love letter, a love letter to the fans who helped build the original MCU going all the way back to the original Iron Man. So we got to pay homage to that. But just diving into the layers and layers of the movie, Thanos. I'm still saying he was right, but I love how they did the turn with Nebula bringing him back. I love how Tony called Rocket Build-A-Bear, and then they gave him the classic comic book suit. This might be one of the few movies that actually did everything it was supposed to do comic book wise. Now, we're going to get into the people who died. Black Widow, I know you got a movie coming out. But I got to say, you might be one of the most central pieces of the MCU. You definitely in the top 5. We got to give you praise and we got to give you homage. We also got to give the rat that helped Ant-Man come out the whatever he was, the vortex. Him. We gotta praise the rat, because basically the rat saved the universe. I don't know if anybody's paying attention out here. Captain Marvel, she was a wash. Black Panther, I was happy he wasn't in the movie. I love to see serious Thor. He was doing his thing. Hey, Professor Hulk was definitely skipped upon, but we could have did more with him. Like, there's no complaints I have for this movie. Like, 22 movies, they capped it off. They did it personal. They did it perfect. They did it the way you supposed to. This was definitely, like I say, a love letter to the fans. And if you really want to go back and watch the movies, I got a graphic right here for you. You can digest all 22 of them in order, from World War II, the initiation of the first Avenger, the first superhero, Captain America, all the way to the modern day, 2023. So like, it's a lot more Easter eggs we got to break down, man. They did their thing. Hey, shout out to the Russos. Every person from Community, if you were a fan of that show, has cameoed in the MCU, at least one of the 22 movies. So, you know what I'm saying? That just lets you know, when you feed the culture, if you rock with your people, when they get that check, when they get that bag, they bring you on. Oh, and I know y'all gonna say, well, Gambino, yeah, he was in Spider-Man. So check this out. Now you're asking about Spider-Man, who I gotta say, he might be one of the MVPs, along with Doctor Strange. Marvel, the reshifting. This is going to be a new big 3: Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. Or it might be Thor, Black Panther, Spider-Man. I don't know how you want to look at that. Those are going to be the central pieces going forward in the next iteration, Phase 4, Phase 5, before we bring in the X-Men. I know y'all thirsty for them. They coming. Now. Okay, Facebook, Endgame. I'm going to just call this part 1, because just like this movie being 3 hours long, when I was putting this video together, and I said I was going to drop it, and then I was like, all right, I got to add this piece, and I got to make sure I talk about this. We just going to call this part 1, because like every character really has an overland arc that's leading into some bigger stuff. We got Thor and the Asgardian Guardians of the Galaxy, which James Gunn is coming back for. You know what I'm saying? Pepper Potts, you know what I'm saying? Is the conscience of Tony really alive? We got Spider-Man, Far From Home 2. Got a trailer coming for that. It's a lot of good shit. And the next big villain, I think, is going to be in the MCU, and I'm also going to do my top 5 MCU. We got 22 movies. I'm going to round them down to only 5. So without that being said, without further ado, bring this video to a close. I hope y'all enjoy it. Make sure you hit that like in the box. Subscribe for my YouTube fans. Make sure you hit that share, because that's how we reach new audiences. And if you didn't like this video, you know what? Maybe you like one of my next videos. We got so much content in post gaming. We got the podcast. There's a lot of good stuff for everybody to just be a part of our community and branding of entertainment. So till next time, I'm out.